Now for one of my favorite topics when it comes to business, and that is marketing. Marketing is the process of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, and society at large. Marketing is essential for any business, and it helps attract and retain customers, build brand awareness, and drive revenue growth. So let's get into the key elements of marketing. So you have a product. A key element of marketing is the product or service that's being marketed. This includes everything from the features and benefits of the product to the pricing and packaging. Then we have promotion. Promotion refers to the activities that are used to communicate the value of the product or service to the target audience. This can include advertising, public relations, sales, promotions, and personal selling. Place. Place refers to the channels through which the product or service is distributed and sold. This includes everything from brick and mortar stores to online marketplaces. So when you think of your market is a place. So your industry is a place. And I'm going to give you an example once we go through this list. Next, you have price. Price refers to the amount that customers are willing to pay for the product or service. This can be influenced by a variety of factors, including the competition, the target market, and the perceived value of the product or service. People. People refer to the employees and stakeholders who are involved in the marketing process. This includes everyone from sales representatives to customer services or customer service agents and social media managers. Marketing is important for businesses of all size as it helps brand awareness, attract and retain more customers, and drive revenue and growth. So when you think of your market, think of it as a mall. Again, I'll use the apparel company as an example. I'm making graphic tees. So I'm going to go to the market, the apparel market, which if you envision as, like a mall. And each one of those stores in that market, inside of that mall, are going to be other apparel companies that would be my competition. So this is the place. And the people walking throughout the market are the people who are online searching for apparel, who are in the mall looking for graphic t-shirts. The people walking throughout this mall are going to be, target audiences of a variety. Your target audience might be in a certain section of this mall, and that is where you are going to set up your business. Now, let's get into some of the benefits of marketing. So let's get into the benefits of marketing. Marketing helps build brand awareness by creating a consistent message and image that resonates with customers. This is why it's important to build your brand board before you, build your website or, start to post things on social media. Marketing helps build customer loyalty by creating an emotional connection with customers and providing them with value through products, services, and experiences. So make sure that you're telling your story and make sure you're explaining to your customers why you're so passionate about your business and why your business even exists. Marketing drives revenue growth by attracting new customers, retaining existing customers, and increasing the average purchase value and frequency of purchases. And what this means is you are far more likely to have an existing customer or past customer purchase again than you are to acquire a new customer. So a new customer or someone who maybe finds your ad or, sees you on Google, that's called a cold lead. When they get to your website and they start checking out your website and your products and services, now they're a warm lead. Maybe they sign up for your email list, now they're getting warmer. When they finally purchase your product, they're a hot lead. And if you are actually providing value and quality products and services to them, they are very likely, 10 times more likely, to return than a cold lead. Marketing improves the customer experience by providing customers with personalized, relevant, and timely messages and interactions. So you really want to make sure that you are all about, putting your customer first, as cliche as that sounds, but you want to make sure you're providing them with a quality experience. And last, marketing enables innovation by providing feedback on customer needs and preferences and by creating opportunities for new products and services. So when you are looking to market and you're trying to spread the word, you are going to receive a lot of feedback and take that feedback into consideration. Now, you can't change every time someone says they don't like something, but really listen to what your customers are saying, especially if more than one person is saying it. Another thing I want to mention is you want to find ways to put your business in front of the customer and not the other way around. So just because you have a website doesn't mean your customer or client is going to find you. So you want to put yourself in front of them by using SEO, hashtags, or, by putting out advertisements. It's really important to make sure that your marketing strategy is a way to put yourself and your business in front of the customer and not expect a customer to find you just because you exist. And this is honestly the concept of marketing. So now we're going to talk about the types of marketing. So there are tons of different marketing, strategies and different marketing places. So the first is going to be digital marketing. This involves using digital channels such as social media, search engines, email, and websites to reach and engage with potential customers. Next is content marketing. This is a type of marketing that focuses on creating and sharing valuable and informative content such as blog posts, videos, and infographics to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. It's really important that no matter what type of marketing you choose, you are doing something along the lines of content marketing, blogs, YouTube videos, podcasts. You need to provide as much value as you can. And a lot of people try to hold all the information they know kind of close to the vest, but you want to make sure that you're providing as much value as you can for free, because when people see that you know what you're talking about, they're more likely to buy from you. So if you look at anybody right now who is selling a product, you'll go to their website and you'll see blog posts that talk about the ingredients of their product or the materials that they're using or the types of services that they're providing and their background and why they know so much about it, and they try to educate. And in doing so, they're driving traffic. And honestly, when you have a lot of blog posts out there and podcasts and you're spreading your name, on platforms, and I suggest starting with one platform, if you decide to do podcasts, stick to that before you start a YouTube channel, etc. But when you start spreading your name around, people are going to associate your business with knowledge and valuable information. And because of that, they're more likely to purchase from you. So moving on, the next type of marketing is influencer marketing. This type of marketing involves working with influential people on social media who have a large following to promote a product or service. I recommend you do a lot of research into the person who is going to be your influencer marketer. So you want to make sure you know really about that person and make sure their values align with yours, because the last thing you want is for them to get in trouble because of something and now it's going to ruin your brand's reputation. I also don't recommend using influencer marketing right off the bat. But, feel free to send your favorite influencer, free product. You're going to be giving away a lot of stuff in marketing, so make sure you are accounting for that in your budget and your financial plan. But, you might want to, say, hey, this is my new product or this is my new shirt, whatever it is, let me know what you think. And if you like it, go ahead and put a post. If you don't like it, tell me why. I don't recommend doing this right off the bat, but you can if you want to. Next is going to be social media marketing. This is a type of marketing that involves promoting products or services through social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. A lot of these are going to fall under digital marketing, obviously. Next, and one of my favorites, is email marketing. This involves sending promotional messages or newsletters to a target audience via email. Out of all the marketing strategies, email marketing has the highest return on investment, and I'll tell you why. If you have someone who trusts you enough to give you their email address, they are more than likely going to purchase your product because you've already established with them that you provide some sort of value. So I have a business newsletter that I send out, usually every couple of days, and I provide insights into business, current market trends, and people find this really valuable. And a lot of folks who sign up for my email, or business newsletter, also received a free product. So they received, my free framework, they received a business, checklist, they received something. And because of that, and, assuming they found value in that, they tend to stay subscribed and they continuously receive my emails. Now, I don't always use my emails to launch a new product or to tell people that I have a new product, but when I do, I let them know, and I try to give some sort of benefit, like, hey, because you trust me with your email address and you've been subscribed, you're my loyal customer base, I want to give you a discount. So this works really well. And again, if you look at .com Secrets or Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson, or The Launch by Jeff Walker, who talks about the sideways sales letter. Providing as much value as you can via email is a great way to market. Next is going to be event marketing. This type of marketing involves organizing and promoting events such as trade shows, conferences, and product launches to generate leads and increase brand awareness. I love trade shows. So if you have the opportunity to go to a trade show, not only are you supporting that business, that trade show, but you also are going to put yourself in front of your target market. So I know somebody who owns a CBD company. She's doing very well, and I always see her posting at trade shows. And that's because the people that her target market and the people that she's trying to sell her products to go to these trade shows. So the fact that she's doing that shows that she's serious about her company and that, she knows where her target audience is. And I recommend that if you have a product or a service that can be showcased at a trade show or, a farmer's market, I recommend that you go if you can. Next is direct mail marketing, and this is still very much so applicable. Direct mail marketing involves sending physical promotional material such as postcards, flyers, or brochures directly to a targeted audience via mail. Now, there is a very specific way you have to do this. It is a federal guideline, so I recommend that you look into your local flyers. If you receive any at your house, they usually have, at the end, a way for you to promote your business in that flyer stack. The other thing is the U.S. Postal Service they released this thing called Informed Digest. So you can sign up for it and you get to see, scanned, copies of your mail. So they take, a scanned copy of the envelope and they email it to you so you know what to expect. You know what's going to be in your mailbox the next day. But when you look at those emails, at the bottom and sometimes at the top and mixed in between, there are advertisements. So now the U.S. Postal Service, it's U.S. Postal Service for Business, will let your company advertise. And the Postal Service has an email list of millions of people across the United States. So this is an amazing opportunity because I know every time I get the Postal Service emails, I open it. I want to see what's going to come to my mailbox, especially since people love to steal mail these days. So I like to see what to expect. They'll tell you packages that are coming via post office. They'll show you, anything that's going to come to your mailbox. So, and most people read these things. So if your target audience might be the type of person who signed up for this Informed Digest, generally people over 30, you should probably consider advertising in this way. Based on the research that I've done, majority of the individuals who signed up for Informed Digest are over the age of 30 and are homeowners. So that will, kind of cue you to the type of demographic that is, the education level and the income level. So if that's something that you've determined in your target audience, I would give that a look. Next is going to be search engine marketing. This involves using paid advertising on search engines such as Google to drive traffic and generate leads. Now, Google bought YouTube a few years ago, so when you post an advertisement, a video advertisement on Google, it will also show your video ad on YouTube if you set it up that way, which is great because there's millions of people on YouTube. Next is guerrilla marketing. Now, guerrilla marketing is an unconventional type of marketing that involves creating attention-grabbing and creative campaigns to reach and engage with potential customers. I'm not going to go too much into this because the tactics of guerrilla marketing are what make it unconventional and somewhat unethical, but there are ways to do it, to use guerrilla marketing in a positive light. But let's go right into the last one, which is mobile marketing. This type of marketing involves promoting products or services through mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets using mobile apps, text messages, and mobile websites. So if you've ever signed up for an app and you only use the free version, you get tons of advertisements. If you contact that app developer, they will sell you a slot for, advertisements. And then there's SMS, text message marketing, which with a lot of the new updates, some folks won't actually be able to see your SMS text message marketing. So you want to make sure that when you're sending someone a text message as a marketing campaign, that you've received their permission and you're not buying, cell phone lists, because this is actually now becoming illegal. So that's it for marketing. I do have 2 mini courses, an email marketing mini course and a marketing 101 mini course. I'm also going to be launching a social media marketing course during the summer, so be on the lookout for that. But these mini courses go through marketing in depth and how to use marketing to, gauge your performance, your business's performance. So next we're going to talk about sales plans and sales strategy. So let's talk about a sales plan. Now, a sales plan is very similar to a sales strategy, which we'll discuss in the next slide. A sales plan is a document that outlines a company's strategy for achieving its sales targets and objectives over a specific period. It typically includes tactics, activities, and resources needed to increase sales revenue, market share, and profitability. Now, a sales plan typically includes sales goals and objectives. These are the specific targets that a company aims to achieve within a given period, such as monthly or quarterly sales targets. So make sure you have some sort of goal to reach. Target market and audience. This section outlines the ideal customer profiles and segments that a company will target and how it will reach them. Sales strategies. This section details the methods and approaches a company will use to sell its products or services, such as direct sales, telemarketing, or e-commerce, which I'll get to in the next slide. Sales tactics and activities. These are the specific actions a company will take to implement its sales strategies, such as cold calling, attending trade shows, or running promotions. So this is going to be the sales tactics and activities you use to gain new clients. Sales forecasting and budgeting. This section outlines the financial projections, budget allocation, and resource allocation needed to achieve the sales targets. And last is performance metrics and monitoring. This section specifies the metrics that will be used to measure the success of the sales plan and how progress will be tracked and reported. Now, a sales plan might not be something that you need right away, but I recommend that you at least take a look at this, understand what it is, and start to put it together. Now, this is kind of going to be like your operating plan, so it's going to have some things that need to be finessed as your company grows, but definitely keep this as a part of your business plan. And the last thing we're going to talk about is sales strategy, which is a specific point within your sales plan. A sales strategy is a plan or approach used by businesses or individuals to sell their products or services to customers. It involves a set of tactics, techniques, and methods that are designed to help businesses achieve their sales goal and increase revenue. A well-defined sales strategy typically includes identifying and targeting potential customers, defining the USP or the unique selling proposition of the product or service, setting sales goals and objectives, developing a sales process, establishing sales metrics, and continuously measuring and optimizing sales performance. So you want to make sure that whatever strategy you're using is working. So you want to make sure that you're setting up some sort of metrics. Like, I want to make sure that I get, 10 new sales by the end of the week or 10 sales a day. And if you're not doing that, then you need to go back and look at your marketing strategy and your sales strategy. Effective sales strategies are typically tailored to the specific needs and preferences of the target market and may involve various sales channels such as direct sales, online sales, or partner sales. This may also incorporate various marketing and promotional activities such as advertising, public relations, events, and content marketing to raise brand awareness, build trust, and generate leads. So a sales strategy is how you're going to get sales. So I recommend that you do some research. I really highly recommend, trade shows. For example, I have my sister owns a hair company. So she sells wigs and weave and things like that. And she didn't know that there was a bridal show that thousands of people go to every weekend, across the state of California. I was like, you should take this to the bridal show. So you want to make sure that when you're developing your sales strategy, you understand the different ways to market your company and all of the resources that are out there. So, look up trade shows in your area and then go through all of them and see which one you think your target market is going to be, attending. And then you take your sales strategy and you put that to work. Your sales strategy is going to be when that person walks up to your booth or, finds your, marketing campaign, your ad, and what is your strategy for getting them to purchase something? How do you get them from your ad or your booth to your website or to make a purchase?